Rick Hudgens, Dignity Health Event Center, and a chance to, share a little bit with Pat Connelly, the Assistant General Manager of the Phoenix Suns. Pat, first of all, welcome back to Bakersfield.
Thank you.
How are things going for you?
Very good. Easy flight out from Phoenix this morning. Always fun to come back to Bakersfield and check in with Nate and Bubba and all the players and all the staff here. Everybody takes great care of us, so it's always fun to come back up for a game. So.
Now, you've been in a couple of Jam games this season prior. What have you seen from the team that stands out to you?
Well, Nate's done an amazing job of getting everybody to play on the same page, which, they've had a ton of roster turnover, but when we assign guys and the guys they've had here, it's not an easy thing to do in this league, and the fact that it seems like all the guys play for each other, which is kind of a great reflection on, Nate and the players for buying into the system and the success they've had. I think it's a lot based on how they blend together, interaction and camaraderie on the court. So I think that's the biggest thing that sticks out. Those guys love playing each other, have fun. I had dinner with Earl Barron last night, and half our talk was about the Bakersfield Jam and all the guys and their playoff chances and all this stuff. So it was a good indication, and Bubba did a great job of making sure all the personalities meshed on this team and it reflects on the court.
Excellent. Now, can you explain a little bit about what your role is to Ryan as the assistant GM of the Suns?
Yeah, I kind of oversee our scouting department, so anything from D-League to college to international, kind of go all over the world to see players, and we have a great staff underneath that I kind of help push in the right way in terms of scheduling and stuff like that. They're so good I don't have to do too much, but just trying to fill Ryan in with as much information as possible to help him make the most informed decision he can possibly make. So that's kind of the cliff notes of it.
But in the time you've been with the Suns, what kind of transition have you seen in the way that the team is developing? Got a lot of young players.
No, it's been fun. When we originally came a couple years ago, there was a lot of roster turnover. And there's been further roster turnover, but it's been exciting to see all the young guys develop with some of our veterans like PJ Tucker and Eric Bledsoe and a couple guys that did well playing for the Jam recently. Of our last game, TJ Warren went 4 for 5, had a big contribution on the bench. Archie Goodwin had a huge fourth quarter, and seeing those guys, the young guys, develop and seeing what they worked on down here applied, for us, and it was really exciting. I think right after the game I texted Nate to say, you guys have a part in this too, because what they're doing now is a reflection of the time. Some of the time spent down here. So.
Your overall assessment of the Development League, and is it accomplishing the goals that it was set out for in the beginning by David Stern?
No, for sure. If you look at our roster, a majority of our guys all have some sort of D-League experience. Eric Bledsoe, PJ Tucker, Archie Goodwin, Marcus Morris. If you go through the list of our guys, you're on the outside looking in if you haven't at some point suited up in the D-League. So I think the role of the league has been massive in helping our young guys develop, and it continues to improve talent-wise, but at least look at the rosters and the guys playing. And obviously it's probably the best league outside of the NBA, and it gives a good opportunity for our guys to come into a realistic situation to get real minutes, when maybe at the time there's not as many minutes available with us. So I think it's done a great job of continuing the development of guys and getting live minutes, which is huge for guys in terms of getting their comfort level on the floor.
Very good. Now, we're coming to the end of the NBA season, coming to the end of the D-League season, and the Suns are hot right now. Have won 4 straight, big win at Houston, big game coming up against Oklahoma City. Has this team, since the trade deadline and everything, how do you feel the adjustment is right now? Is the confidence level picking up? Is everybody feeling comfortable?
No, for sure. When you're winning, you're always happy. When you're losing, it's always the sky's going to fall. But give credit to Jeff and his staff and our players for dealing with the change properly and adjusting quickly to the changes that came in and the new guys that came in, buying in. So it's really fun to be around the team right now and be in a playoff race. I've been plenty of years where there's no playoff race right now. So to be kind of right there knocking on the door has been really exciting. Again, Jeff and the guys deserve credit for blending everything in kind of on the fly, and it's been fun to watch.
And the Bakersfield Jam currently fighting for the top spot, the overall top seed in the Development League, currently in first place in a battle with Santa Cruz for the division. And with 5 games left, what are your thoughts about the Jam? What do they need to do to translate the success in the postseason?
We just keep playing how they've been playing. They've had a great regular season, and I think sometimes you get caught up trying to adjust too much in the postseason, but they've had great guard play. They're working in a couple new big guys with Alec Brown and Cameron Moore. So, dealing with Earl's absence, Earl was a great player, and we're lucky to have him now. But getting those guys to step in and fill in some minutes in the kind of the 4 or 5 spot will be important. But keep going how they're going. They just had a great road trip to Texas, and keep their momentum going. And I think in the playoffs, they keep playing how they've been doing in the regular season. They got a good chance of having some success. So.
Wonderful. Well, Pat, we appreciate your time. Continued
thank you for having me.
success with the Suns as we make that push, and I know we're all thrilled. And as we told Ryan, we're all thrilled here at the Jam faithful that we have that one-on-one affiliation with the Suns, and scratching each other's back and promoting each other as much as we can. So thanks so much for your time and continued
Thanks
success.
for having me. We enjoy the buffet tonight. So.
All right.